country to make a big drug buy.
Oh, you folks are looking for a good time.
What's your action? A couple of grams?
We were thinking we'll look at a couple of keys.
I set it up. Will I get the blonde?
Do you know what you're doing?
I think it might be in our best interest to give them a little rope. They'll hang themselves.
What are you doing? Deal. We would like to discuss a real deal.
Senor Harper, you're under arrest.
That's 6.
Wait a minute.
You're making a mistake.
She'll be killed on the way for what she might know about the Stephen Lang transaction.
What kind of game she is playing?
I believe it is called chicken.
Wow, I say you got yourself in a tough situation. Crazy woman.
You were too kind, Inspector.
Sharpen up the hidden claws, rinse and paint the nails. Brush up on the secret look that easily impales. Simmer till the heat comes up as the moon goes blind. Time to stretch and time to stop, leave no trace behind. And they're begging.
Is she wonderful? Or are you just a terrific director?
Both. Things are really turning around for me, Holly. It's all got to do with this wonderful little hole in the wall in the middle of nowhere.
Stephen, you hate this place. Either you have malaria and you're hallucinating, or something's wrong.
Well, I have to go back to Hollywood earlier than I thought.
Wonderful. When do we leave?
Well, that's a problem. Your father wants you to finish school.
When did you talk to my father?
Today at the shoot.
Stephen, my father wasn't in town today. You're making this up.
No, he was here. Trust me. No, it doesnn't matter. Listen, I've handled everything. And look, I'll send for you as soon as I can. There's something I want you to keep and send to me when I come home, okay?
What is it?
It's my best work. I'm afraid my detractors will want to ruin it once they find out I sent for you. Focus, okay? Listen, this is very important. These have these special custom seals on it. Now, under no circumstances are you to break the seals and open the cans.
Well, when do I join you?
The minute these are safely out of the country. I trust I didn't interrupt anything. What the hell do you want?
I came here for a very valuable piece of merchandise.
know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I am talking about. What you came down here to do is not only illegal, but immoral. I'm a generous man, so why don't you hand over the merchandise? I will let you leave our country. Otherwise, you will spend many years here in prison.
Oh, you sanctimonious hypocrite. What the hell you think you're dealing with here, huh? A little jerkwater college kid that you can push around? I know all about you, Poncho, and your corrupt little town. You guys lure me down here to sell me this stuff, and then you steal it back. You got your fair share. Why don't you get the hell out of here? Go play lawman someplace else. All right? Yeah.
You're going on isn't a modeling job, but we've all talked it over, and we'd like to be in a video. No charge. Maybe we can give you a hand?
You're going to take the girls?
Well, I wasn't thinking about it, but I could use some dancer.
We all dance.
I know you do. But I've got to leave in an hour. You'll never get past it. We had a feeling you'd say yes. All right, coordinate your tickets with Rick. But remember...
We know. No questions. Great.
Dishes too?
Hey, Henry. Hello, Mac. Now, I talked to Kim, the rock singer. She knows you and loves your work.
I'm looking forward to working with her.
She doesn't for a minute believe that Georgia Neely killed Stephen Lang.
Henry, why are you so involved in George's case? Couldn't it have just been a crime of passion?
Because there's a pattern here, Mac. Americans in some kind of financial distress are lured down to that part of the country to make a big drug buy. They're either ripped off or even murdered. I can't feel sorry for someone who turns to drugs to get out of a jam, no matter how desperate they are. And in this case, an innocent girl has been framed for murder.
Is there anyone down there we can count on?
No one you can count on. You're on your own in this one. But remember, there's a frightened young girl down there praying for a way out, and you're it.
I must say, it's been a long time since we've had such a lovely visitor as yourself, Senorita Reynolds.
Senor.
Oh, well, you know, many of our guests are not so pleasant to look on.
¿Quién es este gringo guapo, capitán?
Silencio, por favor. Siéntese. Gracias. Please, right this way. Now then, Senora Reynolds, what would you like me to do for you?
I would like to see Georgia Neely, please.
You realize that she is here on a charge of murder? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow indiscriminate visitors.
Well, Captain, I think you might make an exception in this case. I don't think she's even interested in Miss Neely's legal problems, are you?
Oh, no. No, not at all. I'm just taking over the directing of the video.
Well, yeah, I see Georgia was his production assistant. It's just that we don't know who else to turn to fill us in on the job.
Right. So what could be the harm, Captain? So long as she confines the conversation to the business of the film and doesn't discuss the case.
Absolutely. Thank you. Who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive my manners. My name's Bo Watson. Hi, Mac. Yeah, I'm one of the few long-time American residents down here, and Captain LaPoule calls me out of courtesy whenever there's a gringo in his custody.
Well, I thank you again.
Oh, it's entirely my pleasure, ma'am. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to rush off to another appointment, but we'll meet again, I'm sure. Captain.
And thank you for your understanding.
My pleasure.
Georgia?
Yes?
You don't know us. I'm Danny Reynolds, and this is Mac Harper. We were hoping you could help us.
Help you? I'm the one that needs some help.
I know. Several people heard Stephen and Georgia arguing about the affair he was having with some local girl. And of course the police allege that Georgia shot him in a jealous rage.
Well, maybe she's guilty.
Deciding on.
What about this missing lover?
That's the interesting part. Lover never surfaced, and the police never followed her trail. What happened at the murder site?
I got that place surrounded by armed guards, not to mention the guys in uniform walking all over the place every day.
It's 10 days after the murder. Isn't that a little late for field work?
No, I get the distinct impression they're looking for something.
What? Georgia said there was nothing in the house except personal effects and the film.
We have to have a look inside that house somehow, don't we?
No. They said it was off limits until after the investigation.
Well, there's off limits, and then there's off limits.
You're not considering...
Who gave you that idea?
I guess you're considering. How long are they going to stay in there?
Could go in and ask.
It's very funny. What are they doing in there? It's been 2 weeks since the murder.
Looking for a murderer.
They already think they have the murder.
Well, maybe I can find out once I get inside.
No, maybe we can find out when we get inside.
Mi capitán.
Hasta mañana.
Buenas noches, capitán.
Whatever the chief is looking for, either he's found it or he's given up for the night.
Time for me to go to work.
No. Time for us to go to work.
Danny, you do your best work moving in all the right circles. I do mine moving in the wrong ones. Why don't you let me do what you hired me to do?
All right. Be careful. I don't want 2 people in jail.
It's a cracker box with a couple of bubbling guards.
There's something doesn't feel right.
Relax.
Dad, would you stop telling me what to do? I have a specialty. Worrying. Very good at it. Maybe I'm not that good at it. Oh, just be careful.
Danny, you got nothing to worry about.
Okay.
See you there.
sorry. There's nothing I can do. I mean, after all, the man broke into a house where the American director was murdered.
Well, I understand that, Captain. I do. And that's all true. But after all, Miss Reynolds is taking over direction of that picture, and that house was leased to the director and the film crew, so technically she and the group have a right to be there. I think a case could be made that Mr. Harper simply trying to get back into his own house. Yes. Although, I must admit, the way he entered is a bit unorthodox.
Well, he's unorthodox. Impulsive.
He isn't going anywhere, Captain.
Look, I don't know.
I guess I'm going to have to ask you to do it for me, Captain.
All right, Senor Watson. For you. But your friend better not give me any more problems, Senora.
Oh, you won't. I promise. Thank you.
That's all right. We Americans have to stick together, don't we? Later on, why don't you come by the house, say around mid-afternoon, for lunch, and bring Mr. Harper with you. I'm very interested in hearing how our model is blessed with so many varied talents.
We'd love to.
Good.
Martinez, take Senora Reynolds to the Americano and release him. You know what you're doing?
Captain, I think it might be in our best interest to give them a little rope. They're doing something they shouldn't be doing. They'll hang themselves.
Perhaps it is they who are giving us a little rope.
You were young and fair of face, not too far from child. He loved you for your secrets and the way your heart ran wild. Time that twisted teacher took your heart and left your pride. And a habit for that hungry love that cannot be denied. And they're fair game. You're for the taking. If you play your
Now, what are we supposed to do?
right.
God. Mac, you're supposed to leave the girls and go over to Kim.
Oh, right. Got it.
Can we try it again and try not to be so nervous?
Who's nervous? I'll get it right. Danny. I was wondering, what's my motivation?
I created a monster. Okay, let's get it. Let's get this shot. And Mac, do you have your motivation?
Yeah, got it. Right with you. Any particular reason we're dropping everything to have lunch with this Bo guy?
Why?
Well, call it protective instinct, but this guy's run a little bit too much to suit me.
Do I detect a note of jealousy?
No. I just feel a whole lot better if I knew how this guy got to be such a professional, nice guy.
Hi, that's why we're here.
Hey, glad to see you can make it. How are you?
How are you?
Come on in. I want you to meet someone that's very special to me. You have a hard time finding it?
No, it was easy, actually.
Kind of nice. Holly. Come here. This is my daughter, Holly.
Hi.
Holly, this is Danny Reynolds. She's taking over direction of that music film, you know. This is Mac Harper. He's helping Danny. Well, what do you say? Let's sit down. Looks like Maria's fixed us up a good spread here. Mac, Danny, why don't you sit right here? All right.
Thank you.
Okay, muchos gracias, Maria. Good. I gotta tell you, it's a real treat to have some fellow Americans down here. We don't get to see many, really. I'm away on business a lot of the time.
Would you like some salad?
Please.
You must have been called to fill in on very short notice, Danny.
Unfortunately, I was.
Yeah, it's a terrible thing, this murder. I'm sorry I never got to meet Stephen, you know. I was away on business at the Capitol when it happened. I only heard about it when I came back, and it was shocking. I mean, it devastated the whole community.
Since you're so close to the police, maybe you can fill us in on what's going on with the investigation.
Well, I think it's pretty much an open and shut case, wouldn't you think so?
Well, there is the problem of a certain missing love interest.
Love interest?
Apparently, Stephen became very close to someone down here.
Daddy, would you excuse me for a few minutes?
What is it, sweetheart?
I just forgot to check on Good Lady. I'll be right back.
Well, Good Lady is a rather special horse to us down here. We feel she has some real championship potential.
Oh, I adore horses. Love to see her. May I? I'll be right back.
You have an easier time stopping a train, Bo. When it comes to horses, there ain't nothing gets in Danny's way.
Sound like my little girl. It's about her only passion in life, too.
How's she doing?
She's fine.
How are you?
I'm okay.
I don't mean to pry, but I saw the look on your face when Stephen's name was mentioned.
You did? I try really hard.
Want to talk about it?
Hurts too much.
That's when it's important to talk.
I'm sure you've heard it before. I really loved him.
You know, Holly, it's important that you don't keep this relationship with Stephen a secret. It could be a link to the murder investigation.
It's not a secret. My father knows. They discussed it openly.
Stephen and your father? I thought they never met.
I didn't either. Until the day Stephen died. He said he met my father, which I found hard to believe, because my father was out of town.
If I ask you a very important question, will you give me an honest answer?
I didn't lie to my father. I just didn't tell him.
Was Stephen heavily involved with drugs?
Got a wonderfully isolated place here, Bo. Any particular reason for that?
I'm very careful who I allow around my little girl.
She isn't so little anymore.
No, she's not.
I would think it'd get kind of lonely for her around here. And there aren't any other Americans in town, yeah?
Yeah, it is. I think it's got to be. I suppose people think it's cruel of me to keep her down here, but I do it out of love. Mac, I have a theory that the father should protect his own from the evil in this world.
Evil's kind of all over, wouldn't you say?
This may sound brutal, Mac, but if anyone ever tried to harm my little girl or influence her to harm herself in any way, I'd kill him. Just like that. I'd kill him.
Roll.
I think that Bo's lying to us. Holly said that Stephen told her that he had seen her father the day he died.
Well, sounds suspicious, but it could just be a simple case of an overprotective father.
I don't think so. Well, obviously, my way of getting Georgia out of jail isn't working. Let's do it your way. Through the back door.
You must understand you're a touch of your hand makes my pulse react. That it's only the thrill of boy meeting girl, opposites attract. It's physical, only logical.
Zito, this is my man, Mac.
Hey, Zito.
Take good care of him.
So, you folks are looking for a good time, huh?
Maybe.
What's your action? A couple of grams?
No, we were thinking more like a couple of keys.
Oh, sorry, pal. I move six-packs. You want a brewmaster.
Well, then, geez, maybe you can turn us on to the guys who can handle the big stuff, huh?
I set it up. Will I get the blonde?
I've got cause to be. There's a name for me.
Hi, Zito. We're going to be able to do some business?
I'm working on it.
Wonderful. Let's have some fun, shall we? Come on, Zito. You're going to have the time of your life.
What are you doing?
Zito, we would like to discuss a real deal. No one will know we've talked, and we'll be gone in 2 days.
Folks are crazy. Let me down.
Okay, Mac, let him down.
No, wait.
Cover up. We'll be right back. Tito. Excuse me. I was wondering if you could tell us who the players are down here and how Stephen Lang fits into the picture.
I don't know nothing.
Have it your way. I have always maintained that it is the impact and not the fall that does all the damage, but who knows?
No. Okay. Look, I don't know names, but I'll tell you what I know.
Start talking.
Buenas noches.
Get in, Tito.
Where'd everybody go?
I don't know. I don't like it.
Zito was right about them looking for the 5 missing kilos. They must have found them. Damned. If we only knew their names.
Wait a minute. What if this is a trap?
There's a pleasant thought.
What a mess. Film's ruined.
Either our local officials or some serious film buffs, so they're looking for something else in these cans.
Like what?
I don't know. Contraband, drugs, anything.
Look, why don't you give me a hand? We'll put the cans together, count them, put them in order, see what we've got.
All right. 7 and 11 missing. Easy to remember.
Well, maybe they found them, and that's why they took the guard off.
No, it wouldn't take them 2 days to find 2 film cans. Got to be some other reason for them to have given up.
Maybe Stephen took them.
Or Georgia. She was the first one into the room after Stephen was killed. We can't just assume she didn't know anything about the drugs.
Okay. 7 and 11. We'll go ask her. What did you know about Holly's father?
The guy's a real puppeteer. He's everywhere and nowhere, but he's connected. I don't think a thing happens in this town without him pressing the buttons.
Last question. What about Stephen Dope? Could he have been dealing?
Dealing? He was a first-class film director. What would he know about dealing?
We think a scam is going on down here. They're looking for people that are desperate, people that need a lot of money.
Well, I always question Stephen's choice in this location.
Well, they're with her right now.
Is that smart, my friend?
Let's find out what she knows before we eliminate her. I have some friends who are taking her to the capital for safekeeping.
Safekeeping?
Yes, drug merchants. She'll be killed on the way for what she might know about the Stephen Lang transaction.
Excellent, Rapolo. Just excellent. I knew I could count on you.
So a big drug buy would give him financial independence, huh?
What's with all the questions?
Excuse us. State investigator is taking back Miss Ed to the capital for trial. Judges.
Oh. Hey, wait a minute. You can't take her. She's not guilty.
You're making a mistake, Lupul.
These are all matters for our courts. I have no choice but to follow orders.
But she's innocent.
Look, I'm sorry. There is nothing I can do.
take a nice, long drive in the country, and we'll talk about it.
Sunday drive. Will you pass them already?
Certainly.
I figure the truck's about 2 minutes behind us. This should work.
You'll get killed.
You just make sure they slow down. I'll take care of the rest. What is that?
The jeep that passed us a while ago.
It must have overheated. Perhaps we should stop, eh?
No, wait, don't stop. It could be some kind of trick.
So you got yourself in a tough situation there, guy. You all right?
Yeah. Excuse me for being presumptuous, but Norman's just a sideline with you, isn't it?
Well, so to speak.
Yeah.
Here she comes again.
I only wish I understood what kind of game she's playing.
I believe it is called chicken. Georgia. Just hang on.
Crazy woman.
You're too kind, Inspector.
Searching every sleeping street for the city's heart. Dreams and disillusion meet. There's a tender part. Lovers lost in innocence, lying in the grass. Lonely men with smoky eyes shiver as you pass. And they're fair game, yours for the taking. If you play your cards just right. Ruthless, oh yes. Hard.
Stop the filming! Everybody!
What's going on here?
I regret to inform you that your filming in Santiago is concluded.
What? Our shooting permit is good for 3 more days.
Yes, I know that. But Senorita Neely has escaped our custody. That plus the murder, plus the break-in of a guarded house has given my government no choice but to consider all of you... What? Undesirable. All right, everybody, pronto! Quickly, pack your gear. You're all being escorted to the airport. Quickly, muchachos, arriba!
All right, it's a wrap.
Let's go, everybody move! Come on!
Maybe you'll both help us.
Ricky, pack up the camera, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Shame, Danny. It was great.
Thanks. Bo, I hate to ask you for another favor, but isn't there anything you can do about this? The Singer and the crew have been waiting for so long to finish the shoot, and we're almost finished.
I'm afraid I can't help you this time, Danny. I'm a guest in this country, just like you.
Excuse the interruption. Your plane is leaving in 2 hours to the States. Please be on it, and you have a lovely trip.
Wonderful. Let's go.
Let's go, Holly.
Even if we didn't finish it, I'll be glad to get out of this tropical hell and back on the road.
Our debut on video and nobody's going to see it?
I've never been deported before.
Hey, I didn't even get a tan.
Oh, believe me, it's nothing special.
Henry, if you had just given us a couple more days, we would have been finished.
This is the first mission completed without going overboard. George is safe at the American Embassy, where she'll get a fast, fair trial. So, we came down here and did what we were supposed to.
Henry, all we did was prove to ourselves that Georgia and Stephen were the victims of a criminal conspiracy.
It'll probably happen again.
Danielle, you can't solve every problem in an international case.
Mac, Danny, hi.
Holly, what are you doing here?
I wanted to say goodbye, and I wanted to give you this Stephen's work with the envelope. It was very important to him.
7 and 11. Honey, where'd you get these?
Stephen gave it to me before he died. He was very concerned about losing any part of his work, so he wanted me to mail it to him once he got back. But you don't find yourself a lot of respect for the mail down here. So, if you don't mind.
Holly, did you show either of those to anyone else?
Your father, the police, anybody?
No, why would they be interested in Stephen's work?
Henry,
Yes?
we're going to take a later flight. You make sure the girls get back safely. And you hang on to those.
Let's talk about this a minute.
Let's not.
For once, I agree.
Holly, I'm going to ask you something that's going to require your growing up very fast.
We want you to help us find Stephen's killer. And maybe a little rough.
I'm ready.
Great.
Bye, Henry.
Danielle? Danielle?
I knew this was too good to last.
Captain Lucas, Garcia here at the airport. I think you should know that the director, Senora Reynolds, and her assistant, they did not board the plane. Yes, sir.
This won't take long. We'll be right back. Which cans?
Any cans. You seal them up. I'll make them later.
Take it easy, everybody, and no one will get hurt. Senora Reynolds, would you be so kind as to join us? Senor Harper, I believe your visa's expired.
Well, look who's here.
Well, apparently you like our country too much to leave it. I can arrange for you to spend many years here behind bars.
I think you're serious.
Looks like it.
May I ask what's going on here? Holly? What are you doing with these people?
I went to the airport to see them off.
Well, that was very thoughtful.
She also told us about a package that Stephen had wanted her to mail to the United States.
It's in my room. I'll go get it for them.
What kind of package?
Believe me, it's nothing that would concern the police. It's just some film.
We thought it'd be better off with us. Sending undeveloped film through those X-ray machines makes me nervous.
And this particular film and the music video were apparently very important to Stephen, so...
Well, I think I'd better have a talk with my daughter. Excuse me.
Here they are. I had forgotten all about them until today.
Well, sweetheart, maybe you should give those to me. What do you think?
Why?
Well, you never know what's in them. You mean it could be something to do with Stephen's murder? It's possible. And I wouldn't want my little girl mixed up in that.
Daddy, it's only film. Stephen would never lie to me. And I did make a promise to him. Unless you know something else.
I think you're right. You keep your promise, Holly. You let me handle the captain, all right? All right? Okay. Let's go.
That's the last you see of whatever it was in those cans, Captain.
That's for sure.
You're very good, lady. You come down here and disarm my man with your beauty and naivete and then run an investigation that would put the FBI to shame. Well, you're very foolish. You really think that I'm going to believe anything that you wish? You're wrong.
What is he talking about?
I don't know. I'm just a photographer.
And I'm a model. Look, Holly's a very attractive girl. She wants somebody to carry film for her. I'm her man.
I have the film for you. Mac, Danny.
Great. Great.
Just 1 minute, please. Please.
What are you doing?
I'm going to examine these cans before they leave. This is evidence.
No, you can't open undeveloped film and expose it. You'll ruin it forever.
I wouldn't worry about it, Captain. Why don't we let this one go through this one time? What do you say?
Let it go through? Why? You know the significance of these cans?
Yeah, I do, but it would mean a lot to my daughter.
You know something? I'm getting a little tired of your precious daughter. I have your film cans, and they're being opened right now. You switch the cans upstairs.
You watch what you say.
Now you watch. 5 kilos. You think you can get away with 5 kilos in the name of your daughter?
Father, what is he saying?
What I'm saying is that your father orders people to live and die, and then he tries to cheat those people that follow his orders. Take him, muchachos. Search the house.
You're making a big mistake, Lupo.
No, you made a big mistake, Bo. Give him, Lo. No, let me stop it!
No!
That's 2. That's 4. That's 6.
Daddy? Holly?
I'm sorry, Holly. We didn't mean for them this way.
Wow, you two move fast. 1 minute I'm in the American Embassy, and the next I'm in a limo speeding to the airport.
Well, with Paul and Luke were confessing to the drug scam, they didn't have much reason to hold you. And believe me, the government officials down here are embarrassed enough as it is.
Yeah. What's going to happen to Holly? Oh, I think she'll wait around for the trial and then decide.
Yeah. Well, she's led such a sheltered life. It's a terrible way to have to grow up.
Yeah. I think she'll be all right. Aha.
It looks like a happy ending.
What are you doing here?
We have a little problem. I don't like to carry anything on an airplane without knowing what's in it. So we'll clear this through airport security.
Well, Emil, why... Afternoon, officer. This can all be explained. See, what happened basically was...
Explain, Mac.
Will political and economic pressures cost older Americans their Social Security payments or Medicare benefits? Join Charles Carroll for this story and more tomorrow on CBS News Sunday morning. Later tomorrow, see the Washington Redskins take on the St. Louis Cardinals, starting with the NFL today on CBS Sports.